Isaac said, shout me out on the podcast, Los Calzones del Primo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Eating Good Pod. My name is Marisol.
I'm Sam.
I'm David.
And I'm Oscar.
And this is a podcast where we try out new restaurants every week and we rate them and talk about them, as well as talk about other stuff that happens throughout our week or different topics. Today's restaurant was... Take it away, Oscar.
Thank you, Marisol. This week we went to Hot Chicken Takeover. Hot Chicken Takeover serves hot chicken styled chicken. They started as a small pop-up window in Old Town East, eventually opened up a food truck, but today they have over 6 restaurants in the Columbus and Cleveland area. So Hot Chicken Takeover is actually my favorite place to eat in Columbus. I've been there plenty of times, but Sam and Marisol have never been there before. And they actually added a new item to the menu, so it kind of works because me and David had never tried this new item.
Yep.
Wait, so this is your favorite restaurant in all of Columbus?
It's my favorite, like, fast food restaurant to eat.
Okay.
Like, if I want something quick, I'm going to Hot Chicken Takeover.
Okay. I was going to say, like, is it, like, the best thing you've ever eaten, or it's more so, like, a culmination of good food, convenience, like, good price?
It's like his comfort pick.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like good food and convenient and, you know, spicy, which I love. Because if I'm feeling like, oh, I want to burn my mouth and my stomach today, I can get that. Or if I'm like, I just want a little tickle, I can also get that.
A little tickle.
Yeah.
So what did you get, Oscar?
So the new item that they just added that I got was their chicken nuggets. So Hot Chicken, at least when I first went there, would only serve like different cuts of chicken. So they added tenders, I think last year, and then this year they added the chicken nuggets.
So what are the other cuts?
The other cuts, they have chicken thigh, chicken breast, chicken wings.
Drumsticks.
Oh yeah, drumsticks, and the chicken sandwich. So the chicken nuggets came with 14 little pieces of nuggets.
Did you count them? Or
No,
did it say on there?
No, before I ordered, I asked how many it came, and they said around 14, 15 pieces.
Okay.
They kind of look like Chick-fil-A pieces. Oh, they were around that same size. Not. They look different, but they're a little bit slightly bigger. But that's about a good size as they were. So Hot Chicken Takeover has varying different heat levels. They go from southern, just fried chicken, to mild, warm, hot, holy, and then unholy. Unholy being the spiciest. If you like spicy food, hot is a good level. Or holy if you want a little more heat that day. And then unholy is just you just hate yourself, or you want to feel something that day.
If you want pain.
If you want pain.
So I got my nuggets holy. I like to get holy when on the weekends when I know I don't have to work the next day. If I go during the week, I'm getting hot only because I know it's gonna mess with my stomach the next day. It's definitely one of those heats that you feel it twice.
Oh gosh.
So I got the nuggets with their fries. So the nuggets, I did like them. I liked that they were easy to eat. They didn't hold back on that holy because it was really spicy. But I prefer the tenders and the breast, and that still hasn't changed. I think I'll give the nuggets an 8.7.
Okay, so obviously still a good.
Yeah, it's still Hot Chicken Takeover, and I'm still going to love it no matter what.
So what do you rate, like, your go-to, the tenders?
The tenders, I think both the tenders and the breast, I'll give them a 9.5.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, it has the perfect amount of skin to meat ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get the holy, it's spicy enough where I enjoy the meal and am still able to continue eating. Like, I don't have to pause because I'm like crying. Sometimes when they're a little, feeling a little angry back there and they dump it in a little too long in the oil, it might be a little spicy, but generally it's pretty easy to eat. Because like something with like the thigh, the thigh has a lot more flavor, but it also has a lot more skin because it's on the bone still, and so sometimes you get like a smaller piece that doesn't have as much meat, and then the whole it can just be too much, like too spicy.
And then the fries, what do you rate those?
So waffle fries aren't my favorite style of fry, but Hot Chicken Takeover has my favorite waffle fries, so I'll give them a 10 out of 10. They're always crispy. Like the way we had them today, they're always like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's never any variance. It's never like, oh, it was a little soggy today. It's like, no, they're always crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go next because I also got nuggets. Me and my sister actually split some nuggets and tenders in the mild and warm flavors. The nuggets, I think the ratio was too much breading to chicken. Like there wasn't a ton of chicken on them, so I'm gonna give those a 7.5. And the mild seasoning on them, I think it was good. I don't really like spicy food, so if I were to go back, I'd probably get mild again. And it's still very well seasoned. And then I had half a warm meal, not a whole warm meal, but I could definitely see it being the type of spice that it gets spicier the more you eat it. Like your mouth just gets hotter and hotter. But I do like the tenders way better because like way more chicken and not as much skin, and it's like juicy.
Yes.
Versus like the nuggets were too small to be juicy, so they weren't like dry, but they weren't that juicy chicken.
Yeah.
So I'll give the tenders a 9.5 out of 10 as well.
Yeah. And that's actually one of the biggest things that has drawn me to Hot Chicken is that their chicken's always juicy. Like it's never overcooked. I've never gone there and been like, oh, this is too rubbery or this is too pink. It's always like cooked perfect. That to me, that's important. It's like just because you have a specific cut of meat, you know, like a chicken from one place is gonna be different than another place in quality. And I feel like this place has quality.
And then the waffle fries. So last week, right, we had Ray Ray's waffle fries, and I had said those are the best waffle fries I've ever had, but I will say these are better because they are crispier. So for waffle fries, I'm going to give these a 10 out of 10 as well.
Yeah. Another believer.
Yeah, because when we were talking about that last week, me and David looked at each other and we're like, just wait.
Yeah.
You guys are right. I got to give it to you. Hats off to Hot Chicken Takeover for mastering the waffle fry.
Heck yeah. All right, I can go next. So they have 2 chicken sandwiches on their menu. The OG chicken sandwich is like, I don't even know what cut of meat it is, but on like 2 pieces of white bread. But they came out with a new chicken sandwich recently where it's 2 tenders on potato buns, which I'm a big fan of. And it comes on pickles, coleslaw, and I added mac and cheese. So I'm not even the biggest mac and cheese guy. But one day I went on a whim and tried the mac and cheese on the sandwich. And if you are a mac and cheese person, adding it to your sandwich is only $1, and they give you probably a half's worth portion of their $4 mac and cheese side. So they don't skimp back on the mac and cheese. So life hack, if you want a little mac and cheese, get it on the sandwich. And I also got the waffle fries because, as was stated before, the best ones in town. So I'm going to start with the waffle fries. 10 out of 10. Best waffle fries. I will say, I don't know what it was, but one time I went with Oscar, like after I picked you up from the airport, I think.
Yeah.
And they were extra crispy that day.
Yeah.
So they were really good that day. Today they were still delicious. Don't get me wrong. Still better than where you'll find anywhere else. But there is those little golden days that you will go and it'll be even better than you expected. So that's always good. Now for the chicken tender sandwich, I will say my default go-to is the tenders because it's 3 nice juicy tenders. I guess I never said my spice. I got holy as well. Normally I'm a hot spice level because I'm no. Anyway. But if no one's around and I don't have to prove my spice tolerance, I'll get warm because I do like the taste of the warm. And if it's like I'm in between the workday, I'm gonna play it safe.
Yeah.
So warm, I definitely highly recommend if you're like coming in cold. No, but if it's your first time, I think warm is a nice safe bet. And then you can kind of toggle it from there. But today I went with holy because I had to prove myself because Oscar got holy. No, I'm just kidding. I guess similar concept of like on the weekends, I'm like, well, let me try it. And it's been a while since I've had Holy. And let me tell you, some days the hot and Holy can vary. Where like sometimes you order hot and it's hotter than a Holy you got before, or vice versa. I ordered Holy and trust me, they made it really holy today.
Yeah.
It was very spicy, and despite only being 2 tenders, that surface area and the breading really absorbs it. And then also having the potato buns to absorb all the excess heat didn't help my case, but that's where the magic, and I think everything about Hot Chicken Takeover, I'm a huge fan of. But one thing we haven't talked about yet is the ranch.
Yeah.
And I think their ranch, I would go so far as to say the best ranch also that I've tried. Another one to really put up a fight I would say Wingstop.
I was gonna say I don't know. Wingstop ranch is really good.
They're like neck and neck, but I don't know. There's something about there's a little different flavor profile to the hot chicken that I enjoy. And also you can buy bottles of it. I haven't, but it's always an option there. I also got the hot ranch, which is that with spicy. Shouldn't have done that. I already got Holy. Just get the regular ranch. You can spice it up with your chicken. Like I said, tenders are my go-to, but the sandwich is always a good bet if you're feeling you need a little more carbs in your life. So I'm going to give it a 8.7 out of 10. Nice. Whereas I would say probably the chicken tenders just would be like a 9.5, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. There's a lot in Columbus, I've realized. There's a lot of like Nashville hot style chickens.
Is there?
Well, there's like Crispy Coop, which is, it's like,
I've never even heard of that.
It's like in the area. It's like up the street. So I know when they put the new hot chicken, I was like, it's going to be bad for business for that Crispy Coop. So
like, I know there's a hot chicken style place.
Dave's Hot Chicken.
No, not that one. There's another one. It's like a local one by the Kroger in, was it Upper Arlington? Mm-hmm. That place sucks.
Oh, there's another one? Because this one's also by the Kroger in...
I don't know. I don't remember what the name of the place is.
Maybe it might be that Crispy Coop if...
Maybe. I don't know.
We'll reconvene. But Dave's Hot Chicken is good too, but it's different.
What did you order, Marisol?
I got the jumbo tenders.
Ooh.
And I got warm.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised because I'm just that type of person where I'm scared that it may be so spicy that I can't even taste anything else. Like I can't even taste like what the chicken itself tastes like. But I got warm and honestly it wasn't like too bad. It was like it had a kick to it, but I was still able to enjoy like all of it in general. Also, the tenders are huge. That's why they call them jumbo tenders, but they're huge. So I only ate like 1.5 out of 3. The tenders itself, I like that the breading wasn't too much for my tenders. Like most of it was like chicken, which I enjoyed. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
It was really good. The ranch was also really good. I would say I still like Wingstop's ranch. Just a little bit better, but they're like neck and neck. And then I also got a side of pickles, fried pickles. And they were okay. I feel like they could have used a little bit more seasoning on the breading, but it was still really good pickles. I would get the pickles. I would give it a 6 out of 10. I probably wouldn't have it again because maybe I was just like getting so much flavor from everything else that I just didn't really pay much attention to the fried pickles. Yeah,
I was surprised when they added fried pickles to their menu. I've only had them once, and yeah, I feel like it's something you just kind of get to share with the table. Unless you really love fried pickles.
Like, I'm happy we got them to try them, like, because we all tried some. But I agree, they weren't, like, anything spectacular for fried pickles. Plus, they were the chips.
Pickle chips, right.
So, we already discussed Pickle Bills had the pickle spears, fried pickles. Those are way better.
Yeah.
If you're going to do fried pickles, do the pickle spears, guys.
Yeah, we'll say the breading is more so on the pickle chips, just due to the shape, which I'm a fan of. And I think sometimes they serve it with like a specific, like a Thousand Island dressing. And I don't know if yours came with it.
No, just ranch. Well, it asked.
I don't think they do here, no.
Okay, I don't know. When they had their old fries, they used to.
I also tried the French fries, and I really like them. I love waffle style fries. I would get the fries a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than Chick-fil-A's.
Oh yeah,
Chick-fil-A's are not good. What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
So yeah, I do want to come back to the ranch. So the ranch here is probably the most liquidy ranch
It is runny.
that I've had. Yeah, like runny.
I like
It's a good way
runny
to
ranch
describe
though.
Me too. I prefer runny ranch.
Mm.
And personally, this is my favorite ranch. But I will say that Wingstop's ranch goes better with their wings, and Hot Chicken Takeover's ranch goes better with Hot
I see
Chicken
what you mean.
Takeover. Because
Right.
I've gotten Hot Chicken Takeover and had Wingstop ranch left over, and vice versa. And they're both very good ranches, but they're very good with their own food.
I feel like maybe that's how you've programmed it though.
No, because I've had Wingstop with Hot Chicken Takeover ranch, and it doesn't hit the same.
Well, yeah, because you've like eaten like Hot Chicken Takeover.
Like
ranch
you already
with your-
associate
Right.
what the food it's supposed to
like
be.
if
with.
if today I have the chicken again with what's it called?
Wingstop.
With Wingstop's ranch, I would also be like, this is weird.
It's just,
I
like,
don't like
different,
this.
right?
I don't know, because I've had the Hot Chicken Takeover ranch in my like burritos, and that is so good. Like I'm like, I don't know why I don't do this more often.
Well, okay, so I guess that is a question that I've had too. Like, let's say you go to McDonald's
Yeah.
and you get ranch.
Uh-huh.
Do you need to get McDonald's ranch for it to feel right, or
No.
are you cool with whatever?
No, I'm probably going to throw that out and grab a different ranch.
Sam's like, I like the McDonald's ranch.
I know,
I'm not
I
a
do
fan
too.
of
The
McDonald's
nuggets?
ranch.
Yeah, I like the McDonald's ranch. It's not the best ranch, I know that, but like it's not bad.
It's like the association thing. I don't know. I feel like we might have talked about this.
I don't know. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think I have that with food most of the time. Just because, like, I was thinking about this the other day. I like to mix foods from different things, and it doesn't bother me if, like, it's just something completely different. Like the thing I can think of. So Charmaine makes her egg wraps, and now I started doing this by, like, you get a flour tortilla and then you put cheese and yogurt and some hot sauce, and then you microwave it so that the cheese melts. And I never thought that was weird. And then my sister, or Sam, brought up the point the one day that, like, my mom would think that's weird because you don't microwave cheese like on the tortilla, you just heat it up on the pan.
Because we don't microwave tortillas, we heat them
Yeah.
up on
On the-
comal.
yeah.
So, like, when it comes to food, I guess I don't have, like, any sort of, like,
This is the way
Bias?
it needs to
Correlation,
be.
right.
yeah, it's just like, it's food. If it works good, it works good.
I see what you're saying.
I remember my sister yelled at me once because I got her chicken nuggets from McDonald's and didn't get her the barbecue. And we had barbecue at home, but she's like, I don't like that barbecue. I like McDonald's barbecue. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, sorry.
I was like, oh, sorry. Oh, you're welcome for the nuggets.
And you see, I'm like, well, what do I have in the fridge? I'll just use that.
Use that.
Yeah.
I was
She's like, don't apologize for.
I mean,
apologize for being
I'll do
stupid.
the same. Like, if they forget to give me the ranch, I'll be like, well, what other ranch do I have in the fridge? And that's fine. But it's like, I prefer that they give me the ranch.
right.
But it's also because I like to hoard my condiments. So when they don't give me the ranch, I'm like, now I got to use another ranch. So now I have less ranch on hand.
Right. The supply, the ranch
The
supply.
supply. When we went to the baseball game and I had like 3 ranches in my pockets to take home with me because they were free. You could just grab them.
Right. Store them up. I will say, before we change topics, I do have to give it a shout out. I forgot about blackened ranch from Popeyes. Also goated.
Ooh.
That
See?
ranch is good.
But I can only imagine myself having that
With
with
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Oh no, I've had that ranch with other stuff.
And
it's
it's
good.
bussin'.
It's so good. Oh, I forgot about that ranch. Honestly, never mind. I don't want to rank them. This is not the episode.
One day we should just collect ranches from a bunch of places and like
We should
Taste
blind
test.
taste
Try
them.
out.
blind taste them and
Ooh,
rank them,
blind
and then
taste,
like
yeah.
at the end reveal how they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, future episode.
Bet. New
For
segment.
the next season though.
Yeah. But I did want to talk about how I even found out about Hot Chicken Takeover. At one of my previous jobs, I was talking to my coworker and we were talking about food, and he asked me, have you ever tried this place, Hot Chicken Takeover? I'm not from Columbus. I had never heard of it. I'm like, no, I don't know what this is. And he was telling me like the story, like, oh yeah, they had a food truck and it was like so popular, like they would sell out of all their chicken that they decided to open up a location. So I ended up going, and I like loved it. And I'm like, I wonder, like, I think about it. If I hadn't had this conversation with this coworker, would I have ever tried it? Because I don't think anyone has ever like brought it up to me, like, oh, I've been there, or like I like go there regularly. It's like, oh, I've never heard of it, or like, oh yeah, I've been there once. And that was back in 2018.
2018.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's been loyal.
Did you
for
even
a
live
while.
here at that time? Oh yeah, I guess that's the first year you moved here.
Moved here in 2017.
Yeah, but like, I think of it as school year 2017, 2018 is when I
Right.
graduated.
Yeah, so it's crazy to think I've been eating at this place 5 years.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think you've gotten your money back? Because you know how you get the shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely paid off the shirt. So Hot Chicken Takeover sells merchandise. If you buy a t-shirt, you get a free meal with it. And anytime you wear the t-shirt in store, they'll take $1 off your meal.
I didn't even know that they gave you a meal with the shirt
Yeah.
too. Okay, that's.
You don't even have to get the meal then. They'll even give you a voucher. So if you want to get the meal at a later date, you can.
Oh dang.
So if you want to gift someone a Hot Chicken Takeover shirt, you gift them a shirt and a meal, or just keep the meal.
You're
That's
like,
a good
you're like, they don't have to.
birthday
They don't have to know the meal.
Yeah. So no, I've definitely paid off the shirts because I have 3 t-shirts. Yeah, I've definitely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
In 5 years, I believe it.
But before we move on, I also got the banana pudding.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the banana
I don't
pudding.
think Sam or Marisol have tried it.
I've
You've
not.
tried it, right?
I've tried
Yes.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've tried it. All right.
I've never tried it. Should I go first?
Yeah. you can try
Okay.
it first.
I can't really move. The banana pudding.
This is a
is
live testing or
oh my
live
God.
tasting.
You
No,
gotta-
not there yet.
It's
Not there.
layers, so you gotta like scoop in.
Yeah, go down to the bottom. You're getting all whipped cream and bread,
Okay, sorry.
graham
I didn't
crackers.
know.
So it's banana pudding, whipped cream, and then the cookies.
wafers?
The wafers, yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, wafers.
I gotta smell it first. It smells like bananas.
That's good.
Good. No, it's actually really good. Holy crap. It's like a Laffy Taffy, like the banana
You
ones.
think so?
Yes, it's so good.
So I personally love banana. So I love banana pudding.
Same.
Hey, I love banana pudding. I also just love wafers.
I haven't had wafers
Yummy.
in so long.
It kind of just tastes like I'm eating a banana with
Mhm.
wafers on it.
Like banana ice cream,
Yeah.
banana float.
Yeah, that's what I like about this banana pudding is it doesn't taste like artificial,
Mhm.
like eating like banana candy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does feel like they smushed some bananas in this.
Yeah, I feel like I ate a chunk of banana.
So good.
I also like that it has like a saltiness to it. Or am I
Mhm.
tripping?
Yeah.
I
I'm
give
that way
it
for it.
a 9.5 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll go with the 9.5.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 9.5.
I love banana.
It all works so well.
Banana and like whipped cream.
I'm a big fan of pudding consistency too.
I was like, I don't like pudding.
I actually don't like pudding
consistency.
either.
So that's why I'm
either.
giving it an 8.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And then it's like, yeah, the little wafers.
Mm-hmm.
It
The
doesn't give it a
wafers
crunch.
are
It gives it
good.
that little softy. Because you know how wafers are?
Yeah.
Like a soft crunch.
Yeah, I hate when I eat all the wafer part first and then it's just pudding. Because then I'm like, I don't have that crunch anymore. Like the wafer needs to be there to balance it all out. Now I'm just eating straight up banana pudding, which I like.
You gotta
but
be mindful.
But I want the combination of it all.
Good pick, Oscar. Good pick.
I'm
It's
glad.
about time.
Right. I'm surprised it made it this long without being picked.
I'm glad you guys got to try it out.
We all enjoyed our trip. So
Yeah, we all ranked, well, except for you. But the 3 of us ranked the tenders a 9.5 out of 10, which is really good.
yeah,
And I think we all might have said 10 out of 10 for the fries.
Yes.
Yeah.
so good.
Good fries.
So,
Crispy.
That's what a fry
Nice.
should strive to be.
mhm. All right, are we done with the food portion?
Yeah.
Yep.
Should we move on to our movie?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Our favorite segment.
All right, then. It's time for
Guess That Movie!
And this week, I prepared a little description. I tried not to go into as much detail as the last time.
I'm
Okay,
nervous.
we're learning.
Yes. So, I think you guys are gonna get it. But
Wait, we've seen that?
yeah.
How do you know what all the movies I've seen?
I'm sure you've
It's like
seen
an
it.
assumption, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you have to-
It's like it's popular enough that I'm sure all of you in this room have seen it, but also probably most of the listeners have seen
Toy
it.
Story.
So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
David?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got back into the banana pudding. It's so good.
David, put the banana pudding
I literally
down.
got lost. Like
I know, I saw you looking at it like all lovingly.
I think I'm in love.
Yeah, have as much as you like.
All right.
You want any more?
I don't believe you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I was born
You
ready.
guys are dilly-dallying.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
what'd you say? I'm in love
Oh
with that
my.
banana.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
After being forced into hiding by the government, a family struggles with their relationship. The father sneaks off a lot and lies about where he is, and the kids are misbehaved while the mom is trying to keep it all together. A threat from their past separates them and forces them to come out of hiding in order to reunite.
I have a guess.
I know it.
What?
Can I text it to
You
you?
guys
too?
are cheaters.
Text it to me.
What?
I figured
Even Bella?
I figured you guys would get it.
I feel like it might be wrong, but I'm
Okay,
gonna
wait.
guess.
It has one of my favorite lines.
Okay, wait, hold on. You're reading it too fast.
What? They all got it, no
English
problem.
is my second language. Read it again, please.
Not at this point.
For someone who that's your second language, you sure do talk a lot. I'm just kidding.
Are you done? Can you please reread it?
Reread it.
I'll
Wait.
read it.
Can she phone a friend?
Okay.
Did you text it to me?
Oh, I didn't. But I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
After being forced into hiding by the government, a family struggles with their relationship. The father sneaks off and lies about where he is, and the kids are misbehaved while the mom tries to keep it all together. A threat from their past separates them and forces them to come out of hiding to reunite. David and Oscar both got it right.
I
Yay.
feel like it's going to be something stupid.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The dad goes away. The dad.
The father.
There's misbehaving. Oh! I got it.
What is it?
Wait, should I just blur
Yeah,
it
you
out?
said
Blurred it.
Is it The Incredibles?
Yes!
Yay.
You lost a girl.
Keep it all together. I like
together.
that touch because she do be trying to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, she wraps her arms around,
Around
them to
them.
bring them together. So it's like, it's a little sneak
Little
hint in
tidbit.
there. A little sneak hint.
Yeah, my favorite part is when Mr. Incredible's fighting the robot for the first time and he like throws it and he's like, yeah, ah, my back.
That's the favorite line.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when Mr. Incredible goes to see Edna Mode and she's like, who is it? What? By God, you've gotten fat. Come in.
That's your spirit character. You should get the same haircut. What?
Shut up.
You had that haircut as a kid, no?
Dang.
I did.
I saw
Curse my mom.
I saw a post the other day. It was like behind every hot Latina girl, there's a Dora haircut in their past.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. And me and my sister had the same haircut.
At
We
the
were-
same time?
Yes.
Ooh.
Dude, my mom
Dang,
hated
twins.
me. I swear.
God.
No, she just loved Dora.
My parents shaved me bald when I was a baby, and I was so pissed. Not as a baby, but when I grew up and saw the photos, I was like,
You're
"How
like,
could you?"
How could you
Yeah,
do this
could
to
you?
me?
I looked cute as hell. Big ass head though. Big ass head.
You wanted some hair to help cover it?
Yeah. Well, now I know what it looks like as a baby. Imagine now that boy's big as a.
Have you guys seen Incredibles 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
It's
as
been a
well.
minute though.
Yeah.
That one I don't remember as much.
We should watch that.
It's the where they have the goggles on all the superheroes and they're like kind of like the SpongeBob movie when everybody
the
has the chum
buckets.
bucket on them. It's like mind control.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to rewatch that one.
Like the Elastigirl, she's the one.
She's the
being
main
asked-
superhero.
yeah, she's been asked to like go on missions.
Oh,
she
I
minimizes
remember.
like damages, and the dad
Yeah.
has to take care of the kids.
And he's
Jack
like,
Jack's going crazy.
Jack Jack is so
Jack Jack.
cute.
Yes.
Jack Jack Return. Wasn't that like a mini movie or something? The
Yeah.
Attack
Mhm.
of Jack or something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that. He was fun.
Jack Jack Attacks. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
We got it.
We got it.
Yep, that was the movie for the week.
Yay.
Other
dang.
than that, do you guys have anything you want to talk about? Any stories from the week?
I had something cool happen to me this week.
okay, go for it.
So I was watching my Twitch streams as I usually do. So like watching other people play video games. And one of the streamers that I watch who hosts like Smash tournaments, is partnered with is with Team Liquid, which is like a esports organization, and they partnered with Coinbase to run a tournament series. And so he'll do giveaways, but the biggest thing is like he'll host tournaments where people can win a lot of money if they win. But anyways, there was a special one this last week, and he was giving away 10 people were going to get $300 in Coinbase credit or whatever. But then they hit some goal, and so 5 more people were going to get $400, and one person was going to get $1,000. Anyways, it's like 2 a.m, and I'm getting ready for bed. And then the guy's like, all right, we're going to draw the last 5 people, whatever. Draws them, but the last person's like, hey, I don't have a Coinbase account, so I can't claim it. Pick someone else. So I'm getting ready, and then he's like, all right, next person. And then he says my username. And I was like, am I dreaming right now? I totally thought it was like 2 a.m. I'm like, dude, I'm hallucinating. He's like, all right, message me, whatever. And they messaged me. Next day, I had $400 USDC in my account. So that's cool.
Nice.
Wait, like real money?
USDC is a stable coin is what they call it. So you know how like Bitcoin, you spend $1 bajillion, you only get like 1/18th or 1/100th.
And that coin can fluctuate in value.
But the stable coin will always be equivalent to USDC. So I do have $400. I just have to find out how to. I just made it for this giveaway. So I have to find out how to take it out. But I'm sure that won't be.
Nice. That's a lot of money.
3 things that I was very happy. Obviously, $400.
They said your name on the stream.
Yeah, the others. I'm part of the HBox lore now. So that's cool. And I don't know. I just got really lucky that the person was right in front of me. Was like, oh, let's redraw.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
So what kind of stuff can you buy with Coinbase though? Like,
so Coinbase is just like the platform. Where you can trade crypto, buy stocks and stuff. I think stock. I don't know. It's mostly crypto stuff.
Oh, okay.
So another thing I was seeing is if I just let it sit, it's like a 5% return. So it's like pretty high up there for like a pseudo savings account. But in my head, I was like, this is great. Now I can buy tickets to the Drake concert and to the Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's essentially based for that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you have to declare taxes.
I'm
in your
sure at
taxes.
some point.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it might work since it was technically a gift. I'm not like earning profits or trading it or anything. But we'll see. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I almost didn't create the account because I was like, that for the first half of the giveaway, I was like, oh, what are the odds? You know, he always give away like a Switch or a signed jersey or something. And I've tried many times and never even got in contention because he'll do a different way to give it away. But it was funny because if you're a subscriber, you get 10 times luck. And my subscription had just renewed like 2 days before. So it worked out. Best $5 I ever spent.
Yeah, all meant to be.
Yeah. Oh, and I was going to say the third best thing is now no one can tell me nothing about me spending so much time watching Twitch streams. I made money off this thing.
Okay.
Out of all the hours.
All the hours you put in. $400 return.
Take that, Dad. Que me quite el Nintendo. No.
For the listeners, we have literally been at bars and you just look at David and he's like watching some Twitch game or whatever it's called.
It's not my fault. Japan is like a 13-hour difference. When they're playing, I gotta watch.
And then it's Sunday. We're like, let's go play pickleball Sunday. David's like, I can't.
There's a big tournament
There's
going
a big
on.
tournament all day. So and I'm like, all day, David. Really?
Sometimes, go ahead.
Well, I like to watch the Pokemon tournaments. And they're usually on the weekends. But the nice thing with those is like they're on YouTube. And so once the tournament's over, I can go back and watch it. And I actually prefer doing that because then I can skip all the in-between and just go to the battles. So instead of watching 7 hours of this stream, I'm just watching like maybe an hour or 2 because I just get to the good parts. And then I can skip it, you know,
Yeah.
when I need to.
Nah, it's the sport for me. I love the drama. I love the commentators.
But it's also different.
Yeah,
Smash
true.
is
It's like a
like-
turn, but yeah, it's
You got to be
active.
watching for that 5 minutes to turn it like it's going on.
Yeah,
Pokemon, you can skip every like 30 seconds because it's turn based.
right.
That's crazy. I need to get in this.
I don't.
It's fun.
I'm
Esports is
cool.
esports is the future.
No, I mean like me playing and making money out of it.
You gotta be good.
I'm not gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
it's so hard. That's why
Do they have one for Cooking Mama?
I wish, dude. That'd be sick.
What-
Competitive cooking mama.
You'd think you'd be a top Cooking Mama player.
Heck yeah, you should see me slice that onion up. Whenever David Dobrik would do those like Tesla giveaways, I would always like participate, and I'm like,
I know, I saw that on your stories.
I'm like, damn, how crazy would it be if I like he like pulled my name out, and I'm like,
That'd be so sick.
I just stopped after a while.
I think it'd be cool to win something like that, but I also think, would I be able to afford it? Because you gotta
Like the
pay taxes on it.
insurance, maintenance. Well, I guess not maintenance, but I feel like because you get it as a gift or whatever,
Yeah.
or like a lottery, whatever
Yeah,
they call
because
it.
it's like what you get a car, it's $40,000. You gotta proclaim that and pay taxes on it.
I don't know how that works.
But for a Tesla, that'd be because
Well,
you could always sell it.
I don't know.
Because there was one of the YouTubers I like to watch, Danny Gonzalez. He did that in one of his where he wanted to give away a Tesla, but he also wanted to, I think, give away some money, and it would be enough where the taxes would get paid off with the money that he gave.
Okay, so it was like no
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, because
Win.
because that's what he was saying is like a lot of times these people give away these items, but they don't show like after that. So like, sure, it might be cool to win, you know, like a Tesla, but then if it's you can't financially afford it, then it's like kind of puts you in a worse situation.
Yeah, it's like awkward.
But like, as in like the taxes you have to pay,
Yes.
or so. I guess how would that work? How much would taxes
Like let's
be?
say you're living paycheck to paycheck and then you win a Tesla. Where do you get
Oh.
the money to pay for
and
it?
it's probably like it's a nice car, so the insurance is probably not going to be
yeah.
cheap.
I don't think insurance. Well, I don't think insurance would be that much.
I think the insurance would be
Yeah.
a bigger cost actually than the
Really?
taxes. Well, it all depends. So like taxes, if you win and that just counts towards your like income, taxes are income based. So like higher income you have, the higher percentage you'll be taxed. But like it's all incremental. So
you have to meet the like threshold.
Right, the brackets and stuff.
yeah,
right?
but like it's also like if you make, these are just made up numbers because these aren't the real like thresholds, but if you make 20K you might be taxed at 5%, and if you make above that, let's just say up to 30K, that amount is taxed at 7%. It's like all 30K isn't taxed at 7%. The first 20K is still taxed at 5%, and that additional 10K to get you from the 20 to the 30 is what's taxed at the 7%. So with the Tesla, if they're like making low income and then they get a Tesla, it might put
Right.
them in a slightly higher tax bracket, but it's not like affecting all of their income. It's just going to be like what's on that car.
Yeah. I also heard the other thing you can do is just sell whatever you win.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that would make sense.
Because Mr. Beast was saying like he's given away like private jets a few times. And
hell?
Imagine paying for fuel for a private jet.
That would be
Someone
a
to fly
costly
it.
thing.
And he's like, because there's one streamer, well, whatever, because he's like, he tells him like, oh yeah, if I'm giving something away and you can't afford it, just sell it. He's like, because then you'll make the money, and then it's like that'll still cover whatever, you know, taxes you have to pay on it, and you still earn a little bit of money.
True. I mean, it's definitely winning a private jet is better than not, but it is a hassle, I'm sure, because you have to wait till someone buys it.
True.
Yeah.
You could always sell it for lower than what
Yeah.
it goes, and then it's a win-win for everyone, I guess.
Hopefully, I win like Apple headphones.
What, are you entering contests for Apple headphones?
No, but now I should.
Do it. You never know, man. You know, like those
I
Danimal
literally never win
sweepstakes. I'm like,
anything.
who won those?
Right.
Like, maybe they lied, but now I know Hungry Box is real. Team Liquid is real. Shouts out them.
Have you guys ever thought what you would do if you won the lottery?
I know exactly what I would do.
What?
Not tell us first, is what she said.
I would
Fake.
not tell you guys.
Have you won the
Fake.
lottery?
No, listen. I would not tell you until I officially like have a lawyer and maybe an accountant. And
I am an accountant.
I don't know if I trust you. Just kidding. No, I probably tell Sam first,
Yay.
and then I would be like, "What do I do?" And then she would like look up stuff, and then she would be like, this is what you gotta do. You know how she does the point fingers thing, and she like,
Me?
Lists
Do
off.
I do that?
yeah, she like
First.
Ding.
thing as she's reading it off her phone, this, and she's going like this. Anyways. And then I would probably get a lawyer. I'd probably tell my entire family.
What do you need the lawyer for?
I don't know. I think they are able to like, I don't know. I've just heard it. But I wouldn't tell the whole world. Like if I told you guys, I would be like, you guys are not allowed to tell a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd make us
That's
sign
what-
an NDA.
But I would tell my immediate family, like my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister.
Could I get your parents' number so I know who to call for the ransom when I take you as hostage? You know.
And then I probably pay off my parents' mortgage and like whatever loans they have. I would buy a Gucci bag.
A Birkin. You deserve a Birkin.
No, Birkins are ugly.
Mm.
I probably just figure out how I can invest it.
Nice.
Good.
Would you keep working?
Yeah, absolutely. I would buy a house.
See, if I won the lottery, first thing, I'm going to buy a mask so that no one can see my face
Oh
if
my
I'm claiming it on the news.
Do you have to go on the news? Can you say no to going on the news?
I don't know. You can say that you want to remain anonymous. So that's probably what I want to do is
Yeah.
remain as anonymous as possible. Then probably like the majority of it, either put it like in a savings or like invest it. And then I would put a little bit off to the side for myself where I'm like, okay, this amount, like maybe like 50,000. It's like this amount, I'm just going to like spend it on myself on whatever I want. But I probably wouldn't touch any of it for like a year. Like I would probably continue working for a year, you know, do my taxes for the next year, and then whatever is, you know, I have kind of like figure out. But like I said, the most of it, I would probably invest it in some way. And then after that year, I would probably get a part-time job instead of a full-time job.
Yeah, I would go down part-time as well.
Become like a dog walker or something.
Yeah.
And after that year, that's probably when I would tell people. And it would probably be selective of who I tell.
So you wouldn't tell us within the year? Not even us?
I probably wouldn't wait a year to tell you guys.
He's
But
like, I wait 6 months.
I would wait probably at least a month before I would tell you guys.
That's a long time. Not even your sister?
Right.
Because
What am I going to do?
She might kill you in your sleep.
no, I definitely trust you guys, but it's just
No.
like
You shouldn't.
But what?
No.
I think
I don't trust David now.
I don't want the possibility
Of
the
it
news,
getting out.
of getting it out very close to when I claim the money. Like I wanted it to be sometime after.
Mm.
Oh, I would think like getting the money and all that would take a month.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
We
That's
never won the
crazy.
lottery, so we couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe this year, guys.
We're not even buying lottery
Yeah,
tickets.
none of us buy lottery tickets.
Well, we should start. No.
No.
So before we go on, if I bought you guys a lottery ticket, or sorry,
Ooh, is this a moral
Oh.
dilemma?
yeah, like let's say you guys bought a lottery ticket and
Mhm.
you gave it
As a gift to
as
somebody.
a gift to someone else, and then they won the lottery, do you feel like you're owed some money?
Well, I've never bought lottery tickets for people, but if I were to buy lottery tickets for people, like those cheap ones, I would say, here's this, I get 1/3 of it.
But you don't know they're gonna win.
You would say that like
As
as
you're
you're
giving
giving
it
it
to
to them.
Yeah,
as a
before giving them, like, you
stipulation.
guys can have this, but I get 1/3.
But if you win $1 million, I get a third.
Yeah.
Just like whatever you win, I get a third.
Yeah.
$3, I get $1.
And like, hey, money is money. You're still getting free money.
Yeah.
I just get 1/3 of it.
You just need to
Okay.
have a witness there, so that way that could probably be like a contractual agreement to be like, by you accepting this, you're saying that you'll
See,
give me a
this
third.
is why Sam's my accountant. Because I would have never thought about that.
So you should have a third person there to at
I'll
least
just-
witness it.
Record you guys. You want this? I get 1/3 if you win anything. One time, one of my friends' dad did that. He like got us like scratch offs, and he was like, "Here, guys, here you can scratch this, but I get like this much of it." I forgot how much it was. I think a quarter of it, and I actually won like $4 or something like that. So I gave him $1.
That's funny.
And I was like, honestly, fair. You bought it.
Yeah,
I still got $3.
I think that's a smart thing to do, I guess, is just to hedge it. If you're going to be salty that they win and you gave it to them, then right up front, you should just be like, if you win, give me a fourth of it.
Yeah.
But if you don't say anything and you just give it to them as a gift,
Yeah, I would never do that.
you don't have the right, I feel like, to say
You gotta say it
gotta give me
before.
some money. But I mean, I'm going to be butthurt about it.
Right.
Yeah, so I simply would not buy. The only person I buy is for my grandpa. And imagine me being like, listen here, Gramps. If you win, I'm getting half of that ticket.
Right.
No, I would never.
But to
No.
make sure you're not butthurt, I would say it before. So like you
Yeah.
already like, you know, like, oh yeah, you did say that and I agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't
Yeah,
buy
I
it.
think
I
the
just buy
only-
him some Ferrero Rocher or something. I don't know.
Right. I think the only syrup, that's a good point. The only people
Yeah.
I wouldn't be butthurt about is if it was my parents or my grandparents, because I'll
Right.
be like,
They earned it.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
And then also, like, they're gonna end up buying stuff for me from it anyways, probably, just because they're like we're their kids.
Right.
But if it was like to Bella or Oscar or Leo, I would be butthurt still. Like I wouldn't.
You little selfish
They're not my
prick.
parents, so
Right.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't care. It's like if I got this, because I'm like with David, I'm like either I wouldn't get it at all, or I'd be like, here you go. Whatever happens, happens. You know, if someone does happen to make it like win, I might guilt them into buying me lunch once.
Right,
but that's
yeah.
it. That's it.
That's
you
a
know?
good. That's an easy.
Yeah,
guilt.
like, oh, you getting McDonald's? Give me a this, you know.
Remember that time I
And
bought
it's
you
on
the
you.
lottery ticket? What if you do that for like forever, for like a year? You're like, oh well, while you're out, can you bring me some McDonald's? And they're like, no. And they're like, but I bought you that lottery ticket that you won on. Remember it?
Nah, I'd probably just do it once and then that's it. After then, all right, it's your
And
money.
you would choose McDonald's?
It's just whatever comes up, you know.
It was funny. So the other day when that thing happened, the person who won $1,000 was streaming. So after that thing was over, I watched that guy stream, and his friend was like, "Oh, like I get some of that money, right?" And he was like, "Haha, no." And then he started laughing. He's like, "Nah, I'll buy you like Wendy's or something." And I was like, "That's funny." And then you could tell he thought about it for a minute, and he's like, "Nah, actually, you were here like the whole time. You were the one to tell me to check in the stream. So I'll buy you something. I'll buy you something." I was like, "Oh, that's a good friend."
Nice.
You could tell his first thought was no.
So what are you doing, Sam, if you win the lottery?
So it depends how much money I win. If I win the lottery, and I don't know the answers off the top of my head because I'd have to do this research. So if I win the lottery, I would also hold off on telling people, maybe like a month, because I would be doing some calculations. So I would want to calculate, what do I want my lifestyle to be for like the rest of my life? Like how much income do I need to survive?
Right.
And then how much money do I need to cover that like in perpetuity? So like if I invest $2 million, then I'm expecting a 10% return every year. Is that enough money to cover all the expenses I expect to have every year for the rest of my life?
Mm-hmm.
If it is, I'll quit my job.
Yeah.
If it's not, I'll keep working.
Right.
And even if it is enough, I would quit my current job, but I'd probably like work in a more passion type thing, or like explore my hobbies more. Maybe get a part-time job to keep myself busy, or like try to get part-time jobs in the hobbies that I have. Like
Yeah.
maybe get more serious into podcast editing and do freelance work like that and stuff like
Right.
that.
What about you, David?
Oh,
Well,
dang.
I won $400 and I couldn't keep my mouth shut. So I'm telling everyone right away, I'm going to pick up my money. I'm going to get it all in cash. I'm hopping on Instagram Live.
David's gonna be killed by someone.
I'm hopping on Instagram Live. I'm going to have that stack of money in my hands and I'm going to be like, y'all broke. Get some money. Get up and get some
Oh my
money.
God. I wish he
then I
was
would-
joking, but he's not.
I would
He is joking.
I would make a bunch of posts and it would all be money spread. So all over my arm would just be $100 bills. And the cashier would be like, get y'all a bag. Y'all broke. I would buy all the houses of my enemies and then evict them and knock them down.
What enemies do you have?
I'll make enemies and I'll buy their damn house. And then I'll build apartments and then they'll be housed in there and then I'll kick them out again. No, actually, I would try to keep it secret, but I don't think I could do that. Depends on how much money it is. I would want to travel. So I'd probably for a year, maybe. I'm like, just take off time and travel. And then worry about expenses after that. Which is not the smart way to do it, but I'm rich, bitch. No.
Get your money up.
Get your money up. Get a bag.
See, I would still work part-time because I like my job. I don't like doing it 40 hours a week,
Hell.
but I still like talking to people and like being with people.
Because the way I think about it is like when people retire or just when they're really old and they have nothing to do, like that's usually when
Dementia happens. and
yeah,
stuff.
like when
Yeah.
your health starts
You gotta
going
keep
down.
your mind going.
Yeah, so it's
Mhm.
like I don't want to have all this free time, at least
Mhm.
all the time.
I just get
where-
depressed too when I have too much free time.
Exactly. It's like it's nice for a week or two, and then after that, you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm rich. No.
Right. I feel like it just feels like that if you're not making money, but if you already have all the money, you're like, I can do whatever I want. Like I wouldn't get bored because I have money to go spend on stuff or things to
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
But
But I still think about it. I'm just like, man, I shouldn't have spent $20 on that drink.
so if you, Marisol, are saying you would work part-time, you would work your current job part-time?
Yeah. Because
You wouldn't want to get like a different, easier job?
No, I mean, I like my job. Like, I like who I work. I really enjoy who I work with.
Mhm.
And, like, I enjoy, like, having patients to talk to. Maybe I would even be contingent where it would be where, like, you can pick up shifts whenever you have free time.
Yeah.
I guess, like, it's not really a passion, but something, like, would be cool to have. It's, like, I've always wanted to have, like, a beauty salon. Like somewhere like where people can go and like do spa or like their nails done or their hair done. I feel like it would be cool to run something like that.
Yeah, I would definitely do a part-time job in something that I want to do or just something relaxing.
Mowing grass like Forrest Gump.
Probably not mowing grass. I don't think I'd want to do like landscaping. I would
He
probably,
just mowed grass. He didn't landscape.
yeah. No, it'd probably be like dog walking or
Yeah, that would be good.
working at a bakery. Like, just work in the morning and then they close at 2, cut the rest of the day.
I'd get into yoga.
Maybe a server.
Yeah.
You could get
into
I would have a part-time job and then spend all the rest of my time in like pickleball courts.
Yeah.
Become really good at pickleball.
It's like that lady is here every single day.
And then I would start a cult.
Who's
like-
gonna join your cult?
That's where I'll figure it out at the yoga studio.
He's like, I got money.
He's like, did you see my Instagram post? You better be following me.
We're doing the freaking downward dog. I'm like, did you
You can
hear
have
I'm
a yoga
rich?
studio.
Did you hear? I'm rich.
I can fart anytime I want in this class. I'm rich. You're doing the pose wrong. You're broke. Yeah, I can't be having no money.
He doesn't know how to act.
I'm a liability.
He doesn't even have the money right now. He already doesn't know how to act. Just
I'm already
imagining
rich.
the money.
He's
Dang.
broke now.
All my money I make next year, I'm buying lottery tickets. YOLO. Fuck a 401k.
Oh my gosh.
See, I'd be the opposite. I'd be too scared to spend it. Like $300 for a, round trip ticket. I can't spend. It's too much.
Damn, that's a Spirit flight. Yes, sir. I had something to say, but I'm rich. No. No, I feel like I don't know what I wouldn't call it like frugal, but like the mindset of just watching money is hard to break. I feel like it'd be really hard to imagine actually, but then again, you hear about people winning the lottery and go bankrupt.
Nah,
in,
but
the
I feel
next
like
couple
those
years.
people are dumb.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we're not dumb.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
We
I-
definitely would have way more self-control than the
Yeah.
average lottery winner who spends a lot of their money buying lottery
Like I
tickets.
wouldn't even buy a new car. I would just keep driving the one I have.
I'd buy a new car. Oh,
I would buy a house, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
probably.
I would buy a
I'd buy a
house.
car when I need a car. I wouldn't buy it right now. Maybe I
I'd buy
would just so I
electric
could
car.
give my old car to Bella.
Yeah.
Bella's like, you better start buying lottery
Bella
tickets.
doesn't even.
She's like, I don't get my own car. You're rich,
No,
but you get my
You get the hand-me-down car so that I could get the new car.
Ooh.
Yeah, the hand-me-down phone because you had an iPhone 7 or 8 before. Miss
Yeah,
ma'am.
get a job.
She's like, yeah, I do. You guys don't pay me.
Get your money up.
We buy her food. What? She doesn't do any work. She hasn't edited the pod
She brings
recently.
me water, and
She's
I
busy.
enjoy that.
Pay her. You didn't tip her.
Yeah, Bella, you better start asking for tips.
She like gives me like the little sign that says the percentage of tip.
Yeah, how much would you like to tip? Every time someone
She-
makes you go up and down the stairs, you better charge them something. Because
She-
we're sending you downstairs a lot.
She buys a square. Was that the one thing our business teacher would say? If you go out to eat, anytime you ask your waitress for something, add an extra $1 to the tip from what you would already tip. I'm like, I'd be asking for a lot, miss. I'd be asking for a lot. No, but honestly, first thing I would do would be buy my parents a house. I feel like,
They have a house.
well,
Why wouldn't
A
you pay
nicer
off the
house.
a
house?
way nicer house.
Yeah, see,
And
I
then,
would,
then I wouldn't feel guilt-free about anything else that I could do with
that's
my
true.
money.
I was thinking the same similar thing. I actually might just buy myself a big enough house and then have them move in with me.
True, yeah.
And be like,
Have a
now we
little-
just live together.
a nice
and we have a
cottage.
big house.
like,
That
I'm
way I
ha-
don't have to buy 2 big houses.
Heck yeah.
No, just pay off like their mortgage, whatever's left of it.
My parents
Well,
own
yeah,
their
Well,
house.
you have a
you guys
bigger
your
house.
parents already have a nice big house.
I move in with my parents. Oh, I didn't know what I was gonna ask. What is, if you did win the lottery, what's one thing, the first thing you would splurge on? Like, not like houses or anything, like an item.
One
like-
or can I multiple?
Just like a quick
No, like
David.
one. Like the first item that you would splurge on.
Hookers blow.
Oh, my
Hookers
dude.
blow.
So
Oh my
annoying.
God.
I'd probably get a Pokemon card.
One Pokemon
The best
card?
one?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
First edition Charizard.
Shadowless.
Oh.
How much is
Ooh.
that normally?
It'd probably be like a good $10,000.
Damn, for a Pokemon card? Okay.
You just won
Hey,
the
you're
lottery.
fine.
Let him do
You're
what he
rich.
wants.
Okay, rich Poppy.
But that's the most expensive card, and it's the only one that's like priced like that.
Yeah.
The
And then
other
he would
card-
have it, so he would have nothing.
Because other expensive cards go up to like $500-$600, which is still a lot for
Mhm.
one card, but in comparison, it's nothing to the first Charizard.
Okay. Sam?
I mean, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is a new MacBook.
Mm.
But I honestly might just do that this year anyways because I want one. I don't need to win.
Right,
I don't
the
know.
lottery
So that's
for-
why I can only think of that.
Well, if you do, never mind. Go ahead. David?
Y'all ever heard of those horsehair mattresses that are like
What?
$27,000?
No, what is that?
That's what Drake sleeps on.
What?
They're like beds made out of horsehair or something. They're
Like
so
stuffed with horsehair?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not rich enough to know, but I heard about it. And actually, I had roommates in Boston, and there was like the store for it was in downtown Boston. And so they're like, we should go check it out just to like look at it. And I think they did go check it out once.
You didn't go with them?
No, I was too broke. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's not like you had to pay to go in.
They went on a whim or something like that, so I didn't happen to go with them. No, actually, I would like to get into, if I had the money, probably buy like a nice setup for like a vinyl and then like start a collection. So like a really nice turntable, a really nice set of speakers, and whatever, like a vinyl case holder, because it's like not too expensive, but it could be a new hobby to get into. And I like music a lot.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
The Apple headphones.
Yeah, either the
Mhm.
Apple AirPods Pro Max or a Nintendo Switch.
Get your Switch.
Why not both?
Right, you're
Yeah,
rich.
but it's like the first item, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd get a MacBook.
Well, guys, God willing, one of us or all of us wins the lottery this upcoming year.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
All right. Well, other than that, I prepared a little topic for us that I already sent you guys through text message.
Yes.
We've been talking about doing this for a while and we've never committed to it. So today I went online to Reddit and found some Am I the Asshole stories for us to read off.
Also, it's funny that we already had an ethical dilemma that Oscar
Mhm.
presented earlier.
So for context, I found all of these stories on Reddit from a subreddit called Am I the Asshole? And there's situations where people go online, explain a situation that happened between them and someone else, and they ask the internet, Am I the asshole? And the internet answers like either yes, you're the
Yeah.
asshole, no, you're not the asshole, which normally means the other person is the asshole, everybody sucks here, or nobody sucks here.
Okay.
So I just tried to pick some stories that weren't too long, and would be a little interesting to discuss.
Okay.
I think David should read his first.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine doesn't seem too long. So I relate to this title. Am I the asshole for assuming my roommate doesn't shower? I, 23 female, live in an apartment with Laura, 25 female, and Anne, 22 female. Laura is disabled and stays at home all day, every day. One day, she pulled me to the side and told me Anne hasn't used a shower at all since she moved in 2 months ago. Anne also doesn't have any soap or shampoo in the bathroom. She's concerned about the hygiene situation, even though Anne doesn't smell bad or anything. So I sat down with Anne and asked if everything was okay, if she needed help with toiletries or needed to borrow some soap or whatever. Anne looked at me funny and asked why I would think that. I told her what Laura said, that she's never once used a shower and doesn't have any toiletries in the bathroom, so I thought she might need help. Anne sighed and said Laura needed to mind her own business, but that she was perfectly fine. She goes to the gym every day after work and showers after she works out. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. Anne seems fine now, but my mom said I was an asshole for assuming Anne was dirty. That's so fair. That's like such a fair assumption.
Like when you don't see your roommate showering. To think
and you
like,
don't buy toiletries.
Right.
Also, you're telling me at the Planet Fitness, bro, they have just like one soap dispenser. You put that in your hair and on your body. Come on.
We don't know how nice her gym is.
Well, does she have
That's true.
like,
She
her
might
own
get
gym
an
bag?
Equinox.
Right. If she has her own locker and her own soap there.
Yeah, I'm imagining she at least has a gym bag with her own like stuff, and there's like private showers.
But also, did it say Planet Fitness?
No.
Okay, because what
assume-
if she goes to like a nicer gym
True.
that has like better toiletries?
Where they shower her.
She just stands there and
She
they
pays
shower
enough.
her.
She pays enough.
They hose her down and then
Can I go
scrub her.
first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she's an asshole for that. Wait, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Am I the
so
asshole?
is the OP, which is the original poster.
Mhm.
an
No, if
asshole?
anything, if anything, I think that's pretty caring. Because like, what if she was going through something where it's kind of like her reaching out and saying like, hey, like, let me know like if you're going through something. So that, like, you know, someone who wouldn't care would just be like, none of my fucking business.
Right.
But she like went out to her, and she didn't do it in front of a group of people. So I don't think she's an asshole for that.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the way she was thinking about it, she kind of is the asshole.
Yeah, that's what it's because the way that her and the other roommate were kind of talking about Anne behind her back, it kind of seemed like Mean Girl vibes.
Yeah.
So that's what made me think maybe she's the asshole. But your point of like maybe her just being a caring person and offering to help her buy toiletries, she had good intentions.
But I would also
Yeah.
talk about it with someone else before actually going out to her, because I'm like, what if I'm being crazy? I just want to make
Yeah.
sure like someone else is observing this too.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what the other roommate was saying. She's like, she just noticed that she hasn't showered at all, and she was concerned. So I'm guessing she approached it in a way of concern,
Maybe.
which leads me to
Yeah.
think that, what was the one option you said? No one's in the wrong or something like that? It was just like a little misunderstanding, maybe?
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
also said that she didn't smell, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which, in my position, as long as you don't stink, I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I probably
Right.
wouldn't have asked either.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that makes you think, oh yeah, they kind of are an asshole.
And it sounds like she got over it.
Because like you can tell, like when you live with someone and they don't shower, you can tell.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, you know, if she doesn't smell, she's getting clean somewhere.
Yeah.
You'd be able to tell after at least a week
Yeah.
Like-
that someone...
Their
Like,
hair
it-
would be greasy.
Yeah. Like it'd be different if they're like, oh, like they smell when they're in the house, or they've had the same dirt stain on their arm for 2 weeks.
Their favorite dirt stain, might I add.
I think it would have been more hostile if both of the roommates like had a meeting
True.
with her.
Yeah.
That would've
Like an
been
Definitely.
intervention.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go not the asshole as well.
I guess another way, like maybe even coming from a good place, imagine if she already bought her like a gift basket of things. That would seem so condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Imagine like they just leave it at her door and they're like knock and run away.
It's like Santa came early. Soap and shampoo doesn't cost that much. You would think you would have some at home just in case. But
Right.
hey man, I won't
Yeah.
judge, I guess.
It is weird, but maybe she's going
It
all
is odd.
natural. Just
She
rinse.
must be a gym rat. She
Yeah,
goes to the
exactly.
gym like every day.
Every
Has
day.
to, or else she stank.
Mm-hmm. What did the comments say? What
Oh,
was,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was there like
Yeah,
an
what's
consensus?
What's the top
overall
comment?
vote?
I honestly think not an asshole. was the top one. Not the asshole. Slight, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get that you were concerned, but if Anne went 2 months without showering, you would know. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Anne is 22. She can monitor her own hygiene. You're the asshole for overstepping. I think they came in a little hot on that one, but they still got a good amount of upvotes. You're the asshole. It's just gossip. It was impacting you in no way. It's a mixed bag. I actually thought, but the top ones are not the asshole or slight asshole.
Okay.
Kind of like what we were saying. I
Yeah.
guess.
See, I like that one because it was a little not super clear. As I was like looking for stories, some of them are very clearly like not the asshole. So I'm like, that's not interesting enough.
I'm sure you probably pick something like this, but the worst are like, as you're reading it, you're like, you are so not self-aware. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like those ones are
There's
so bad.
many like that on Reddit.
And then you're like, you're still giving us more details. You were an asshole 3 paragraphs in. Like,
Yeah. No, I don't think I picked any that are
Like,
blatantly like that.
yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, it's always cringy when they're like trying to justify themselves and they just keep digging their hole deeper and deeper.
Or in the comments, they're like they're going back and forth. I'm like, dude, you just sound more and more terrible. What are you doing?
And the best is like they're like update. And they're like, so I heard what you guys said.
Or they'll be like the top comment will be like, after reading some of your comments, you omitted some information. You're definitely an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, because they were
They do
even
that on
worse.
purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny. Since they're asking, they're also interacting and providing more detail. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, because their comments won't always show up at the top. It'll be under another comment.
Yeah. See, I don't go on their Reddit all that much, but I like watching the Snapchat videos where the guy's jumping on Minecraft blocks and then they're reading it.
Yeah. Or the Subway Surfer.
Yeah. I love those.
Dude, Reddit's my go-to social media. Like,
Yeah, I've been getting more and more on Reddit, especially since I got Invisalign because I'm obsessed with the Invisalign subreddit now.
because I think it has more information than any other social media site, and the content on there is funnier.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
The people there are funny.
And it's not even just like the post, it's also like the comments to the post. Like it's so funny.
And it's a good system with like the upvoting and you get like gold coins or whatever. And so like the really funny ones
Yeah.
will be the
At
first
the
things you'll
top.
see too.
Definitely gonna get more and more into Reddit. But let's do another story. Who wants to go next too?
I'll go next.
Go for it.
The title of mine it says, "Am I the asshole for sending my son to his mom's without clothes?" Ooh. Ex-wife and I live in different states, and I am the primary parent. My son goes to visit his mom 4 times every year: Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break, and summer vacation. Altogether, it comes out to about 12-ish weeks out of the year. Before, I used to pack my son's bag with multiple outfits, making sure to fold everything nicely, even sending warm outfits as his mom lives in the area where it snows. But so many times now, when I get the bag back, the clothes are thrown in there, all wrinkled, and they even seem unwashed. I've sent him with his Nintendo Switch and a few games. Many times now, when he gets back, I find articles of clothing missing, and even some of the games that are quite costly have gone missing too. I've really become annoyed by this to the point where I decided I'm not going to be bothered to make all this extra effort. She should already have clothes there for him. So he left today, and his mom made a big deal about me not sending any clothes along. She said she didn't have any socks or underwear. Was I wrong to expect her to have something at all? How can you have 0 clothes for your son? She argues that I'm a primary parent and that he outgrows the clothes too quickly. I feel like clothes should last at least a year or 2 before they get outgrown, especially if you size up. Other information that might be useful: it was her decision to move out of state. She pays 0 child support. Also, he put a little edit thing, and it says, "I did not take these actions to get back at his mom. If I wanted to get back at her, I would go and get child support from her. I did this in order to avoid the frustration of having to worry about things going missing and wondering what may have gone missing that I didn't even realize."
What do you think?
I mean, I guess one piece of information I would have loved him to put in here was like the child's age. 'Cause little kids, they grow pretty fast. So I give her that, but he's going there. No, I mean, they grow pretty fast, but even then, like, I don't think he's an asshole because like you should have stuff for your kid, even if like he doesn't live with you and the stuff he has doesn't fit him. Like go buy him clothes. Like if I'm sure you're expecting your son to come, so I don't know. Maybe if I was the mom, I would be like, hey, this is the size clothes I have for him. Is he bigger now? Should I get him more clothes? So I don't think he's an asshole. I think she's bitter. And she's just not nice.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, not the asshole. If you're a parent, you should have clothes for your kids. Like, doesn't matter if they don't live with you. And if, yeah, like you said, if you don't have it, go buy some. Like, that's your kid. It's your responsibility to know about them.
It's scheduled times, I'm sure. Like, you know what days they're coming. You could, like, reach out to the other parent and ask them, like, how's their clothes situation.
Yeah.
And also, I'm sure he's, like, said something to her, like, hey, this is missing. Like, why is this missing? And I'm sure she just didn't care and kept sending him back like that. So she lost that privilege.
She's probably selling it for drugs.
Damn!
Oh my gosh.
And they said that cumulatively it was like 12 weeks out of the year. That's a quarter of the year. Like, it's not just like weekends. It's not, like you have the kid enough and you're not paying child support. You can't use some of that money
to
so you're not
invest in your own child, like literally just be a parent.
I think the dad could be a little bit of an asshole only because the mom already had an expectation that he would be going with clothes. If that's what's happened every single time before that the dad could have been like, hey, just as a heads up, he's not going to take his clothes with him.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure
like
you have clothes there. And if not, like,
this is size.
Or just like be aware he's not taking this. And if she asks why, then he can be like, well, because we've had issues in the past with stuff going missing, and I'm sure you have stuff there already, so I think it's just easier if you use what you have. And then she'll know to go buy more.
Right.
But he just, like, sent the kid like that. And then, like, he kind of puts the kid a little bit in the middle of it because
kind of awkward.
The kid gets
That's a good
there
point.
and they don't have any underwear or socks, and then they have to be like, I don't know, the mom has to stress about it in front of the child. Whereas she could have handled that before they got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some of the comments said. Like he's putting like the kid in the middle of this.
Was there an overall like, you're the asshole or not the asshole?
It's kind of like they're both assholes.
Yeah, I kind of think everybody sucks here.
I just think,
especially the kid.
I just hope that if I ever get married and if I get divorced and have kids, I would want to have good communication between like the other parent.
Yeah.
Like you need to be able to co-parent.
Otherwise, like it's just, it hurts
the kid.
Yeah, it hurts the kid.
Looks like most of them I'm seeing say you're the asshole to the dad.
Yeah, he could have said like, I'm not sending him with, but also I can see how I'm like, well, you're not sending your kid without any clothes.
Yeah, it is a little odd.
But also like she doesn't have any clothes for him. They're both, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody sucks here.
I think you're
except
more
the
so.
kid. I feel bad for the kid.
Obviously not the kid. He's just living.
Put her on child support, use that money, buy clothes, and send it every time. Boom.
I think when you agree to like child support, she could fight for more time.
If she can't even buy him clothes, you think she's gonna fight for more time?
I don't know. Maybe to get out of the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she's the asshole.
We know them.
All right. I'll read the one I got. Am I the asshole for accidentally revealing my cousin's hidden tattoo during a family reunion? So today, I was at a family reunion my family holds every year, and everyone was catching up. I noticed my cousin, let's call her Jessica, acting a bit secretive about her wrist, always keeping it covered. Curiosity got better of me, and during a moment of lighthearted teasing, I playfully, but perhaps a bit too loudly, asked if she had a secret tattoo or something. To my surprise, Jessica blushed and sheepishly blurted out that she did, in fact, have a hidden tattoo she didn't share with anyone else. Everyone got kind of quiet and stared at us, and I realized I might have just exposed her well-kept secret. Naturally, everyone started asking if they could see the tattoo, but Jessica seemed really embarrassed, and so she fled the scene and hid in her car. It's been about an hour, and I think she's still in there, and the atmosphere at the reunion has been a bit awkward ever since. I feel kind of bad, but I didn't make her blur out that she had a tattoo. I also want to help, but I don't know how. So, am I the asshole for accidentally revealing my cousin's hidden ink during a family reunion?
Wait, they didn't know that they had a tattoo?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she's an asshole. I think she's dumb.
Yeah, I'd say not the asshole, but I would feel guilty if I was the person
Yeah.
revealing it on accident.
Also, you went straight to Reddit.
I was going to say, she's the asshole for that. Slight asshole, or they, I don't know.
Yeah.
They are the asshole slightly. Because Reddit brained will go straight to the internet instead of going to the car that's
go talk to
20
your
feet away and be
cousin.
like, hey, I'm sorry. How are you doing? Like, is there anything I can do to make it up? I didn't know you had a tattoo. Why is it so embarrassing? And then, I don't know, try to understand it a little bit. But now they're just like sitting in the party, like,
yeah.
just
it's-
knowing that they're in the car. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not their responsibility to do so, but like,
yeah.
it's like
It's
the way they phrase it too. I didn't make them blurt out that they had a tattoo, but you so poignantly went, is there a hidden tattoo in there?
Right.
Like, you kind of did. And now you're not assuming responsibility for that.
yeah.
I think that's kind of assholey.
Yeah, like she could definitely. I don't know. I'm gonna assume they're both girls.
Hmm.
The one that accidentally revealed it could go out to the one in the car and just be like reassuring them, like, "Hey,
Mhm.
it's
Not a
nothing to
big
be
deal.
embarrassed about. Not a big deal. Like your tattoo's cool. I don't know. Just make her feel better."
Right.
Yeah. I think she is the asshole. Sure, it's not a big deal that it's a tattoo. But yeah, I just like the way she revealed it. Like, she noticed that her cousin was being kind of secretive, and she didn't have to, like, say that. She could have asked him, like, hey, why are you being kind of weird?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because, yeah, what if it was, like, some of the comments are saying, what if it was self-harm? Like, what if she had a cut there?
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
they said it is a tattoo because they're
Yeah.
embarrassed. Yeah. I didn't even think about
Or
that.
even if it wasn't a tattoo, but then they're just like, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it is a tattoo, but it's
It's actual
like,
self-harm.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I think she's dumb. I don't think she's an asshole, but like I think if you know that someone's hiding something, it's for a reason.
She's a snitch.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
annoying.
gotta just be aware.
Actually, yeah, I think I might switch to you're the asshole because you could clearly tell they were trying to
Yes.
hide it.
Hide it, yeah.
So even if you tried to say it quietly, if you're in a room full of other people, there's always the risk someone's going to hear it. Like,
Right.
I'm thinking at our family parties, if I'm trying to be secret to somebody, I'm not going to say it in the basement. Maybe
Right.
if we're like upstairs with no people around, then I would bring it up. I don't know. Wait until there's a moment where you're the only two in a room and then bring it up. Don't say it in that risky of a situation.
Right.
And they're like, I said it jokingly. I'm like, it's not that funny though. It wasn't a good enough joke to warrant. I don't know. Just like, I don't
Bad
know.
joke. Boo.
Boo. Said the rest of the car too.
Are your families against like tattoos?
No.
Like if you were to get one?
I don't think my family is against it, but my grandma would
Yeah, I was
want
gonna say,
it.
they'd
I
be
say my
like-
grandma does not like tattoos.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I
I'm still
don't.
gonna show her though. Be like, check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my parents probably wouldn't like if we had tattoos, but they probably would just accept it. I don't.
Yeah.
They'd probably be like, "You're over 18. You can do what you want."
Yeah.
Right, yeah, similar, bro. I would say. I'd be like,
Yeah. I think my
Did
mom
you
would be
really
like,
need to, but-
why?
yeah.
Like why? I think my family in Peru like really don't like tattoos. Like I feel like they would judge me if I had a tattoo. But I would still get one if I wanted one, but I don't want one.
I thought you did want one.
There's times where I'm like, I'm gonna get one. It's gonna be this summer. And I don't.
Yeah, I feel that. There'll be times I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have a tattoo,
Uh-huh.
but I'm also like, I don't know if I want that on my
Yeah.
body.
We were supposed to get tattoos in Italy,
I know.
and then we found a tattoo shop and didn't go through with it.
didn't go.
Wimp.
What would you guys have gotten? The boot?
I was gonna get a rose.
Yeah, I would have gotten a flower too. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but the tree in my parents' front yard grows these flowers, so I would have gotten one of those.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like a reference.
Yeah.
Life reference. Yeah.
a magnolia flower. That's what it is. It's a magnolia tree.
Wait, what does it look like again? I haven't seen them flowers in ages.
Pink.
Ah.
Let me see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
think of like the tree being completely like pink and white.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the tree is like very beautiful when they're there.
Yeah.
So the flowers grow in the spring and they only last like a couple days, and then all of like the leaves fall.
I was gonna say, I feel like I
all the
remember
petals fall,
most of the time them being on the ground than being on the tree.
Yeah, they only
Nice
last a couple
bow,
days,
yeah.
which I
Dang.
think is beautiful.
That is pretty cool.
Which I never thought about it because to me it's like, oh yeah, I see that every year. But
Right.
then when you think about it, it's like, oh, it's only 2 days that happens.
And you don't see those trees everywhere.
And
I
it's a
feel.
nice, like, I feel like it would look good as a tattoo. Would you get it colored or like in green or black?
I don't know.
I feel like the color tattoos, the technology has gotten so good for it. They do be
Mhm.
looking pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, if I get it colored, I'd want it the pink
Yeah.
that it is
You're like,
normally.
I want it orange.
All right, should I move on to the last story?
Let's do it.
This one is a little bit longer, so bear with me. I'll try to be entertaining as I read it. I start dancing. So the title is, Am I the asshole for sending my future sister-in-law to my future mother-in-law's house after she refused to pay for the wedding cake samples that she and her friends ate? Are you guys confused?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No, I think it
it.
makes
I
sense.
got
All right. We'll keep moving forward. I, 27 female, and my fiance, Leo, 27 male, decided to let my future sister-in-law, Maya, 32 female, stay at our house because she needed space from her husband due to some relationship struggles they're having. Leo and I had gotten wedding cake samples from an expensive bakery specializing in wedding cakes. We planned to test them along with Maya after we finished up some of our wedding plans yesterday. However, when I came home from work to see Leo yelling at Maya, the samples came in wide open on the living room table and Maya arguing with him. I asked what was happening, and Leo angrily told me that while we were both at work, Maya had some friends over, and they ended up eating almost all of our cake samples. I was shocked, and I asked Maya why the hell she would do something like that. Maya said that she needed to pick me up from what she was going through with her husband and invited her friends over to comfort her, which turned into them eating the cake samples after one of her friends noticed the box on the counter. My shock turned to anger, and Maya tried to defend herself by saying it was just cake, and I told her no. I told her that if it was just cake, then she should have no problem replacing it. Maya refused because the price was way too expensive for something that tasted shitty anyways.
Bro.
Leo backed me up on having Maya pay to replace it, and we argued until I said that if Maya can't cough up the money, then she'll have to go to my future mother-in-law's house because there's no way I was having someone so disrespectful in my house. Maya thought I was bluffing until Leo repeated my sentiment and went to go pack her things in a huff. When she came back out, I handed her some cash for gas and told her to get the hell out. Presumably, after Maya got to her mom's house, my future mother-in-law called me to scold me about kicking out Maya and that I was cruel to do that to her in her time of need. Also, my future mother-in-law was irritated that I sent Maya her way because Maya went into the liquor cabinet and ended up drinking some expensive whiskey that belonged to my future father-in-law, so now they're arguing about that.
OP is not the asshole.
No.
At
I
all.
don't think she's an asshole. I'm just like, I can't imagine these situations because like I just can't imagine my family like or someone who's like smart doing this.
Being entitled enough to be like,
it's so
Yeah.
hard to imagine this would actually happen. But I don't think she's an asshole for it. No, I feel like I don't know if I would kick out my sister-in-law, but
I would.
I would.
I just don't know. I just can't imagine like that happening.
Cause I didn't feel bad. I wouldn't feel bad at all because even your sister-in-law's brother is wanting to kick her out too.
Yeah, I still don't think she's an asshole at all. Like she has the right to be mad
Yeah.
because I'm like, how did you not realize this was like wedding cake samples? I'm like, they're gonna get married, they're engaged, you're in their house,
Right.
and it's different like flavored cakes.
No, and they had
What?
told her, like, we're going to eat, like, the three of them were going to eat
They
them.
included
They were
her.
going to include the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sister-in-law in the tasting with them.
Yeah,
That's where I thought it was going. I was like, that is kind of, I mean, like, unless you told them up front, but since that was not the case, the sister-in-law is the asshole. How are you
Yeah.
32, grown,
Yeah.
and still touching shit that doesn't belong to you?
and like not asking, like what? No,
Right. Like,
And
that's
it's-
not your house.
It's
They're
obviously a
That's
recurring
so
problem
disrespectful.
if she did it to her father.
immediately from getting to
Immediately.
her parents' house, she did it to the parents with some expensive whiskey.
yeah. No, see, like, it's so hard to imagine that this actually happened, but I don't think she's an asshole at all. I think the future sister-in-law is an asshole.
Definitely.
So you guys would kick out the future
Yeah.
sister-in-law.
Heck yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
She
Okay.
even gave her money for gas. She's
Right.
like, "You're
That's
broke."
the part I was like, dang, you even gave her money for gas. Like, there's really no reason for them to be mad at you because she crossed a boundary and you still did something nice. Sure, you kicked him out, but you gave him gas money.
The mom was just pissed, like, "Wow, now we got to put up with her."
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
like, she didn't kick him out. Like, she's not homeless. Like, she was able to stay with another family member.
she sent her to go somewhere else.
I will say the poster isn't an asshole for kicking the sister-in-law out, but you could say maybe she is an asshole for sending her to the mom's house because then she went ahead and did the same thing over there.
I don't even think she's that. Like, that's
But
an asshole, man.
she's grown.
That's
She's
her
32.
mother.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your mom.
Yeah,
so
that's your mom.
She has got responsibility for you.
Yeah,
You raised her.
You birthed her.
Here you
because
go.
Right.
like the mom, it seemed like she was more mad that the sister-in-law came over and just drank their alcohol,
Yeah.
not that she like
Got
Yeah.
kicked
kicked
out.
out.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's like, I don't want her. Why do you think she was over there?
Yeah.
Damn, that's sad.
Why do you think we married her off?
Imagine that being your child.
And the older child, she's 32 and the brother's 27.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
So what if your fiance wasn't on your side and was like, no, we should let her stay. Like, sure, she messed up, but like, we shouldn't kick her out. Then what would you do?
Stay nice.
All right, buddy, you better work overtime because you're paying for that cake.
You didn't change the toilet paper roll. You're out.
Just the next thing
Yeah.
they do wrong, try to
Yeah.
kick them out again.
Yeah, probably not something that silly, but yeah, they'd be on thin ice.
Mm-hmm.
I treat them like a child, maybe.
Treat him like a child. Clearly, she needs it.
If I can't kick her out of my house, I'm framing her for murder and she's going to the slammer. Just kidding.
Wait, what? It took me a while.
I
to
like how Sam
realize
just
what
like
you
looked at me. I
said.
was like, dang, was that too far? But she just didn't get it.
No, it took me a second to process.
No, yeah, I'm definitely kicking her out because also I'd be just the entitlement. Like, also to call the samples shitty. Like, now you're just rubbing it in that like you not
Yeah.
only did a bad thing, you don't even feel sorry about it. I don't think I could be in the same
Yeah.
house and be like,
Mhm.
I would probably kick them out for their sake. I think I'm a level-headed person, but if you piss me off like that and then we're still ungrateful,
Like,
I would be at risk of like exploding and being like,
yeah.
And
Like,
that's
I
what
might
sounded like
end up
happened.
fighting you.
Yeah.
and be like, what the heck?
No, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be able to live with the entitledness.
Mhm.
So if my partner was like, no, we can't kick them out, I would.
You'd be like, I'm going to a hotel.
No, I would like say, okay, you can stay, but only for this much time.
Yeah, give him a time limit.
Yeah. You know, maybe like after a week or two, you have to go. I don't care. If you don't find
Nah.
anything by then, you're out.
I'm
Mhm.
saying 72 hours, if that. Figure it out.
Yeah. I think entitled people are like what bothers me the most. Like,
Mhm.
I just can't stand entitledness. People that are really entitled.
Yeah. Oh no, the consequences of your actions.
I had saved another story, but I think the user was deleted, like their profile. So I couldn't find it right
They
now.
were definitely the asshole then.
Actually, it was like a more controversial one, in my opinion.
Dang.
It was like, am I the asshole for not dropping charges against a minor? And what had happened was this guy's neighbors were foster parents, and most of the time they had good kids and younger aged kids, but they decided to foster a 16-year-old who had previous like juvenile detention history. And so that 16-year-old ended up stealing the foster parents' car, going for a joyride, and then crashing it into the neighbor's really nice car and causing like a bunch of damages. So luckily the foster parents had insurance. They were going to give the neighbor $10,000 for the damages, but the police had already been called and the neighbor refused to drop the charges against the 16-year-old. And then they were like, but we're giving you the money. Can you please just drop the charges? And they were like, no, that 16-year-old is a menace and they need to pay for their actions. And so if they didn't drop the charges, it was likely the kid would go to jail for like a couple of years.
Aw.
Dang.
And he was like, basically saying they can take back the money if they want, but I'm going to keep the charges, and regardless if I have the money or not. So
Mhm.
it was like, am I the asshole?
Yes. Foster kids go through a lot. They have a lot of trauma. So their brain is all fucked up. So, and you're a kid. And honestly, Men who are like, who have fully developed frontal temporal lobes of their brain do dumb shit. Like, I can only imagine a kid who has experienced trauma. But yeah, I'd say yes. If they're giving you the money to fix the cost, like, what's the issue? Give the kid a second chance.
Wait, so it's the insurance is paying for the damages and they're getting $10,000 on top?
No, they were just getting $10,000.
No, send that kid to the slammer.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Cover everything?
I don't think it was gonna cover everything.
Oh no,
because it was like
definitely.
a really nice car.
And I think I get what there's for your insurance to cover it for you. You need to have a police report. Need to have a police report.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
David's like, I know about insurance.
I know about this because someone slammed into my damn car. Thankfully, they left their information.
No, I would say they're not the asshole. Like, I get if the other family's offering to compensate you. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like depends on preference. If you're willing to take that, because like I would take the compensation and be like, fine, don't let it happen again.
So if you took the money, would you drop the charges?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
But I could also see the other situation. Like I could also see the original posters like point of view where it's like, no, I'm not letting this go. Like they need to know there's consequences.
Yeah.
Like what I would need to know what they're gonna do to change the behavior.
Yeah.
Because like this is essentially teaching the kid, oh, my foster parents are gonna bail me out of whatever I do. So maybe it's not even car damages. Maybe it's damage to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have kids, and if that endangers my kids, that's like not cool either. If it endangers me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to. I don't know.
Because
Obviously, I don't want to. Because like, Marisol raises a good point. Like, obviously, troubled kid is still learning, and they do deserve to like learn, but they also need to know that there are consequences to actions. Because if not, juvenile detention is obviously going to be easier. If they don't learn their lesson, they might do something crazy when they are 18.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to come with something potentially 20 years of imprisonment. And that's going to be worse.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like a tough love route, but like you might need to teach them that lesson early. It is tough though, because it's like tough. 16.
Like I also think, I don't know. Like I would say not the asshole overall. Like I agree with your sentiment that like the 16-year-old needs to learn a lesson, and it sounded like at most he'd only get a couple years in jail, like in juvenile detention. So he'll get out when he's 18. So it's not like it'd be that long, and at least there is a chance of like rehabilitation or like teaching him the correct stuff while he's there versus the 2 years of him being free while he's 16 and 18. He probably like wouldn't learn as much unless he has really good foster parents that are like instilling that in him. But at that age, like I don't know who he's gonna listen to, because 16 is already kind of old. So I kind of think the tough love is the route to go. But then I think the tricky situation is with the money. Like you took their money, but he is willing to give it back to them if that's what they're so concerned about.
Yeah, because I think of it like if that was my kid and they crashed into someone else's car, I'm automatically thinking that they're going to, what do you say, sue or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think that's the default. And it's like, if they're like willing to take the compensation, then they're doing me a solid. So that's kind of, I think, in that case, like he would be doing them a solid. So it's like, he doesn't have to.
I'm confused. He doesn't have to what?
Like the original poster, like taking the kid to court and like, or filing the police report. I think that's like the default. Like I think that's what any person would do. So for him to take like compensation and not call the police is him doing them a solid to the other family. Yeah. Which he does not need to do.
Yeah. So I think this is a little different. So like the police is being called regardless. The point is now like, do I press criminal charges? So he will be tried in court and go to like jail.
Right. Yeah.
Or do I not? Like I think the police report is there. Like you can't uncall the police.
Right. So yeah, in my mind, that's like the default. Like that's what anyone's doing no matter what.
Okay. It's taking you to court and like you're going to jail. Okay.
That's how I think of it. So for him to not do that, he'd have to be like on really good terms or like just a nice person. Like,
yeah.
But I don't think he's an asshole for doing that.
I was like, if their insurance is covering the damages and I get $10,000, I'm building a really nice fence.
True.
I don't know. I think if my car is being fixed or whatever is being fixed by insurance and I get $10,000.
I don't think it was both. I think they were getting $10,000 total to fix the car, which I don't think was enough to cover.
Not
it.
at all. Like mine was, again, the way it sounds, they probably smashed it. If a joyride is probably going really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, someone hit my car, and the way shops work is they're going to upcharge you as much as possible. So for what I would I mean, it was like significant damage, but it was easily over $10,000.
If I press charges, that will only be like a thing for me. And I guess the kid, I don't know. Either juvenile detention can either fuck you up or you can learn a lesson.
Yeah, I feel like that's the gamble. It can
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
like introduce you to worse characters and you become even worse, or like you get a little better.
Yeah.
But I also think like not going, he's gonna just be as bad as he currently is.
Yeah.
Right.
And like if he's 16, gets 2 years in juvenile court, by the time he's out, he's an 18. So maybe he's not even able to get back into the foster system. And now he's like homeless.
I guess that's true. I didn't think of it that way.
So now he's homeless and probably doesn't know any like skills to like survive on his own. And now he's selling drugs, or he's taking the drugs.
As long as it's not in my neighborhood, do what you need to do.
Well, now with all that in
I'm
mind,
just saying.
if him getting out at 8, I mean, he can still get a job at like a food place.
And also, like, how does criminal charges like go and? Like,
Well,
how does
that's,
it
I think
work when you're
juvenile
a
stuff
kid?
doesn't really impact you when you're older.
Can you be trialed as an adult if you're 16?
If you like kill
You
someone,
could be, but that's mostly for murder cases.
They would be like, trial him as an adult.
so he just messed up your Hyundai Sonata. It's not that big of a deal.
He murdered my baby. Yeah, I don't know. If I didn't press charges, I would want to know, like, how is he going to change the way he acts? Like, are we sending
Yeah,
him to
it's
therapy? Like, something's got to be done.
That's what I would say. Like, well, sign him up for therapy, then I'll drop charges.
Mm-hmm.
Send him to boot camp. No, I'm just
Oh my god, David's like, get him away from my
Get
house.
him.
Dang, I really wish like I could find the story. I wish the story wasn't deleted because it had like exact details in it.
Specific things that would sway it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did a pretty good
Yeah.
Yeah,
description of painting the picture, like overall, though.
it's just the money part that I'm not entirely sure of, which I
Right.
think does make a little bit of a difference.
It does.
Yeah, because I'm not going to let them off easy, and then
Shit out of luck.
I'm out. Yeah, you pay $10,000, but now I have to pay $8,000 out of my pocket because the damages were so much or something. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's not my financial responsibility to teach your foster kid a lesson.
Yeah. But yeah, I like, what did you guys think of Reddit stories?
I liked it.
Like I
I
said,
liked it a lot.
I enjoy,
Hearing about them.
hearing about them, and I guess I always come up with my own perspective, so it is kind of nice hearing y'all's perspectives too.
Mhm. Yeah, I would like to do more episodes like this in the future. Maybe with a little bit more prep time to get more
Yeah,
stories.
for sure. Yeah, I give us a heads up, and I try to find some juicy ones.
Yeah. I just decided like last minute earlier today, so I started looking up some stories. Or else I would have given you guys a heads up. But I wanted to do at least one before this year ended.
Yeah, get the ball rolling.
I think we're at a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, as a reminder, after this episode, we only have 2 more episodes of the 2023 season. We're going to take probably a 3-week hiatus, and we'll start posting again in mid-January. So, if you get lonely, you miss hearing our voices, go listen to some of our old episodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's all for today. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next Monday and follow us on Instagram at Eating Good Pod.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Adios.